Hi, my name's Lee Matthews and I'm a physiotherapist, and this is Pilates Rehab Relax. So don't forget to click like and subscribe by clicking on the thumbnail in the corner. So today guys, I'm going to take you through some really gentle stretches for your neck. These are aimed at people sat in a chair, so you might find you've got some stiffness in your neck or some pain associated with that as well. And hopefully by doing these little and often, either a couple of times a day or maybe even 3 or 4 times a day, it can help to relieve any stiffness and help to reduce any symptoms such as pain that you might feel there as well. So first of all, I want you to try, if you're able to be sat up nice and tall in the chair. If you're slouching, you're not going to get the full benefit out of these. And let's start off by doing some gentle neck rotation. So first of all, you pick which side you're going to move to, but I'm going to look over one shoulder. And as you move, try and relax. Remember to breathe as well, because if you're tense or if you're holding your breath, you're just not going to go as far. And move into whatever available movement you've got. And then back to the middle again. So we'll often say things like work to the soft edge of a stretch. So when I move round, until I meet some resistance there, you might get some pops or you might get some creaks. And you might also find it's uncomfortable. And we hold for about 10 seconds. And then back to the middle again. So I don't even mind if you get a little twinge or some discomfort associated with it, provided that it's only short-lived. So if you find that sort of half an hour later it still hurts, or that your pain is more increased from doing the stretches, then you're probably pushing a bit too hard there. So you work within the range that's available, you work to the soft edge of the stretch. Again, discomfort's okay, and if it provokes your symptoms, that's fine, because if we avoid movement, we tend to find that we actually get narrower and narrower with the movements available to us. So back over to the other side again, and you might find the second time you do any movement, you go that a little bit further, and I hold, and then back to the middle again, and then the same over to the other side. So we're doing 2 on each side. So if you don't do the full 10 seconds, even if you can just hold them for 5 seconds, that's good. I think that if you're in a hurry, I'd much rather you do some movement than none at all. Again, avoiding the movement, it just promotes more stiffness and pain normally. The next movement we're going to do is a sideways movement, bringing our ear over towards the shoulder. So here we go. And I'm feeling that stretch all the way from the top of my ear down into my shoulder blade there. And I'm holding for about 10 seconds. And then the same to the opposite side. There we go. So again, not the most pleasant movement in the world, but it's a good stretch to do. And back to the middle again. So we can make that harder by popping our hand over the top of our head. Again, I think if you're in any uncertainty, just do it without any extra pressure with your hand. But if you find that it's comfortable and it's just stiffness that you want to stretch out, then you can add that extra stretch. My feeling would be though, if it's pain that you're feeling, don't force into it. And then back over to the side again. So with a few of these, I've definitely got a few pops and creaks that I've noticed too. But the good thing is that movement actually lubricates the joints. And back to the middle again. So the next movement we're going to do is looking down to the floor. So I'm going to bring my chin down to my chest and hold. And then back up towards the ceiling. So again, if you feel dizziness with looking up, just do what's comfortable for you. You could even have a hand behind your neck to support if you don't feel supported when you're going back. So you can feel this right down to your shoulder blades. And I'm leaning over the back of the chair with this one too. And again, down to the floor. So again, I can actually bring my hands in and add an extra stretch. Again, you just do what's comfortable for you though. So just, if in doubt, I'd say don't add any extra pressure with your hands. And then leaning backwards again with the shoulders involved, I can stretch right back over the chair here. And I can feel that right into my mid-back even, so it's a good stretch there. And relax. So for a lot of us with our day-to-day lives, we sit over laptops, we sit in cars, you know, lots of things we do, even like reading the newspaper, maybe we bend forwards and have a poking chin posture. So the next stretch that I'm going to do is an antidote to all that. It's called a chin retraction. I'm going to lean into the back of the chair, and if you imagine that there's something coming towards your nose and you're trying to pull away from it, so I'm just pulling straight backwards, tucking the chin in, and then relax. It's a really good stretch here. It opens up a lot of the joints where the nerves come out. It also works our deep neck muscles, so again I pull backwards there and relax. So we're just going to do 2 for the purpose of this video, but I actually sometimes get people doing 10 of those in a row several times a day. Commonly they're done incorrectly by people either bringing the chin down or kind of opening their mouth or kind of looking up. So it's a pure movement going straight backwards. You can even have your hand on your chin to give some guidance there. Bit of a strange one to look at, but it's a really useful exercise. Okay, well we're going to move on to doing some other stretches around the neck muscles. So there's some muscles that go from the back of the neck all the way down into the shoulder blade here. And the way that we can stretch that is if I bring my chin down to the chest and then my nose, so it's directly over the top of my pockets. And again, I'm going to add a little gentle stretch on there. You don't have to use any extra force though. So if you're unsure if you're in the right spot, you can even move your head around slightly until you feel where you're really getting the most out of that stretch. And then back to the middle again, and the same to the opposite side. So again, nose down, over my pocket. And I can definitely feel I'm tighter on one side than the other. That's great. And then the same back to the other side again. So chin down to the chest, nose over the top of the pocket. And then one last time to the side. So down, over. That's good. Well, we can sometimes get quite stiff around the shoulder blades as well, so I'm going to finish off by doing some gentle shoulder movements. So what we're going to do, guys, I want you to try and raise your shoulder blades up, and then I want you to pull them back and squeeze them together nice and firmly. Hold that tension in those muscles for a few seconds, and then try and put those shoulder blades down into your back pockets. And hold, again, really feel those shoulder blade muscles working. And then we'll do the same again. So up towards your ears, and then bring those shoulder blades back, really pinch and squeeze them together. And then down, like you're trying to put those shoulder blades into your back pockets. And then relax. So if you wanted to just do some gentle neck stretches, that's definitely where I would start with things. Work at your own pace. On any given day you might find that you've got more stiffness or pain than any other, so just do what's available for you, and you might find when you revisit the stretches later in the day that you can go further. I'd say a good number to think about is 2 in a row, and try and bookend your day, so sometime in either the morning or at the end of the day. If you're having a bad patch, you might still do them but not go quite as far, but in which case it might actually be more beneficial to do them 3 or 4 times a day even. So have a go, work at your pace, and hope you find them of benefit. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you soon.